The Indy Grand Prix of Alabama was on this weekend around the Barber Motorsports track in Alabama. But what were the 5 things that we learned from round 4 of the 2025 IndyCar Series season? Well, the first thing that we learned, and in truth, we probably already knew this, is that the championship is going to Palou. I'm calling it. They're only 4 rounds in, but I'm absolutely calling it. Alex Palou is untouchable, and again, he proved that around this weekend. Now, last time out, of course, he did get second place, but he wasn't even that far off the lead, and of course, during the opening 2 rounds of the season, he won them fairly comfortably. This was an absolute domination. 16 seconds he managed to win by today. The only time when he was ever troubled was really at the very start, maybe if someone made a lunge or something like that, but that's kind of it, really. Absolutely untouchable. Led pretty much the entire race. Every now and then he to go behind because of pit stops, but in reality, his gap to the rest of the field was never, ever threatened. 3 wins from 4, and the other one being a second place. Palou is going to be a 4-time world champion of the IndyCar Series at the end of the season. Do not doubt it. But who were the closest challengers to him today? Well, for the majority of the race, it was Colton Herta. Now, he was in P2 for most of this race, but unfortunately, a pit stop mishap by himself, actually, not by his crew. He unfortunately stalled his car going out of the pits. I think it was his second stop, and yeah, that cost him a lot of time, meant that he actually fell all the way back from 2nd to 7th in the end. He did all right to recover from that, no more mistakes after that, but unfortunately, the damage was very much done. Around a track where it is hard to overtake, that is not something you're going to make back very easily, and indeed, he did not do that. But second place in the end went to Christian Lundgaard, who was lunge guarding, as the commentators were saying during this race, down to the inside into the hairpin for some people, including his McLaren teammate Pato O'Ward. Of course, the McLarens all stood up. I think the McLarens all started next to each other, 5th, 6th, and 7th, were Siegel, O'Ward, and Lundgaard in this one. And Lundgaard ended up coming up on top, beating everybody except for Alex Palou during this one. Really, really impressive overtakes, like I said, like the one on O'Ward. And yeah, looking really good. He's really impressing this season so far in the IndyCar Series. But unfortunately, like I said, nowhere near Palou. No one was, but he was best of the rest in second place there. Scott McLaughlin ended up rounding out the podium in this one, after a decent 3rd place for him in the circumstances, not bad at all. And Rinus VeeKay as well, shout out to him. The final thing that we learned, really, he's he's doing a really good job. P4 in today's race, just missing out on the podium. Some really good overtaking moves and really good defending when he was on cold tyres as well, which really made it key. You know, he easily could have got overtaken by a few different drivers, but it didn't end up happening in the end. You know, he was really getting the elbows out and doing a fantastic job. Very opportunist moves as well for him during this race. So yeah, in the end, honestly, it was not the most entertaining race. Definitely catch the highlights of this one rather than the replay. Not the most entertaining. Palou, absolute domination. And like I said, no one's catching him. Absolutely nobody's catching this season. But what did you think of the Indy Grand Prix of Alabama in 2025, guys? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And for much more content on the world of motorsport here on the Motorsport Reports, have a fantastic day. Wherever you are, guys, like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. And we'll see you soon. Have a great time.